Right now. So family will begins now the very final clip of it all, which is the very part 4. Okay, the mystery of bridegroom. It is being called, titled for you and me, the mystery of bridegroom and Yahuashua wedding supper, part 4. In case I share this in the news field, you just come in contact with only this. Please kindly go listen to part 1 if you haven't, part 2 if you haven't, part 3 if you haven't, and this is the consummation of it all, part 4. Okay, if you are done, so fine, but if you haven't, but it's better you do, in order for you to understand what we are doing. We have gone so far. We are establishing it alphabet by alphabet. So we have already dealt with 9 alphabets. So just one alphabet to go, which is the very end. We deal with the first and in the part 1. I deal with 2 alphabets, B and arrow for the bride. Okay. In part 2, I also deal with 2 alphabets, I and D. Okay. So in this part 1, I also deal with 5 alphabets. Okay. In part 3, I dealt with 5 alphabets. Okay. So right now only M to go. So in case you meet with only this part 4, as I shared it on the news feed, kindly go and listen to all 3 parts in order for you to know what we are doing here, because we have really come a long way. There's no way you can find a message that said it is being called part 4 and you will realize and build your case on part 4. No, you won't be doing that. You won't. A wise one won't be doing that. In order for you to understand before you build your case, listen to 1, 2, 3, and conclude it with 4. Okay. So right now here we'll go with the the very last letter of this word called bridegroom. As you titled it already, the mystery of bridegroom and Yahuashua wedding supper, part 4. So right now we'll go for the letter M. What did it go for? It simply go for marriage is honorable by all. Everyone in one needs to honor marriage. Okay, this is how wonderful and glorious how Yahuwah has made marriage to be. Marriage must be honored by all, and all, every single thing, living thing here on earth, in heaven, needs to honor marriage. Only serpent did not honor marriage. That is why he got eternal damnation. That is why he's going to be rusty in the eternal lake of fire, because he despised marriage. He attacked marriage. He refused to honor marriage. He polluted marriage. He ridiculed marriage. The glory of marriage, he turned it into shame. That is why he got eternal damnation of his wickedness. So right now, scriptures to validate this, that marriage needs to be honored by all. And this is the very last letter of this word that is being called groom, because I break it into alphabet. The bride, we see her job already, and the groom, the job of the groom for the bride. That's what we are also looking into. And the very last letter, it is being called M, which goes for marriage is honorable by all. So right now, let's get a precept for that. So here I am, Hebrews chapter 30 verses 4. Marriage, this Abayowa ordinances concerning marriage. Marriage is honorable in all things, and the bed undefiled. But the whoremongers and the idolaters, Yahuwah will judge anything that defiles marriage. Abayowa said he's going to judge you. He won't let you go. We see when the serpent defiles marriage, it defiles it, it shames marriage and brings its glory into shame. What was the judgment? Eternal damnation in the lake of fire. Okay, because he brought about what they call idolatry. Okay, so that is why God had judgment. So right now, let us check out how glorious a wonderful and fantastic marriage is. Okay, we see it already. Abba Yahuwah is going to judge anything that defiles, anything that pollutes marriage. Say they won't go free. They won't go scot-free. Here I am, Bereshit 2. I take it from 24 to 25. Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they be one flesh. Okay, this is how serious marriage is. That you need to let go, Papa. You need to let go, Mama. It didn't say you should, what is it saying? It didn't say you should cast away. It said, but you shall leave them. You shall leave them their teachings, their maternity. You shall leave that childish thing you normally do with Papa and Mama, leave it behind them. Leave them and build your own house. How does that work? Oh, Robo Shandaya Baba. Marriage is a supernatural and mysterious work of Abba Yahuwah. Marriage shared the same attributes with Abba Yahuwah. Just as all names to honor Abba Yahuwah, Abba Yahuwah said in the same way, all also need to honor marriage. Everything in heaven and earth honor Abba Yahuwah. In the same, he also said, marriage needs to be honored by all and all. Marriage shares the same attributes with Abba Yahuwah, including your father and your mother needs to honor marriage. Okay. Where is my written? Abba Yahuwah just said, where is it? Abba Yahuwah said, just as all needs to honor Abba Yahuwah, the same, he said, all needs to honor marriage. Okay, now Abba Yahuwah also said, honor your father and your mother so that your days may be long, isn't it? That is what he said. Honor your father and your mother so that your days might be long. So, in another hand, what is Abba Yahuwah saying here when it comes to marriage? That honor, you should drop it. That honor doesn't go that way anymore. In the same way, Abba Yahuwah said, man needs to leave his father and his mother and follow his wife. He now said that honor now you need to give it out to his wife because marriage needs to be honored by all. You need to leave that your father. He said you should honor your father. He said you should honor your mother. But when it comes to marriage, he said no, leave that honor behind. Leave your father and leave your mother alone or whatever. Just drop it with them and cleave unto your wife. What is Abba Yahuwah saying? You see, when he said this, he gave this teaching through Adam. But where is the mother of Adam? Adam was not having no mother. Okay, that is going to disturb his marriage. Abba Yahuwah institute marriage. It's not going to disturb his marriage. Marriage is heaven on earth. It is the kingdom of Abba Yahuwah here on earth. Okay? So that teaching was being given for you and me. Being given to everyone that's going to come and proceed from there. Your father now, your mother needs to go away from your marriage. You need not to interfere. It's none of your business. Okay? Because you have found a wife that is better than your father. You have found a wife that is better than your mother. Abba Yahuwah said, when you found a wife, you found a good thing. What your wife has for your mother doesn't have it for you. This is how your mother was never your good thing. Neither your father, but your wife. So when that come to this extent, Abba Yahuwah said, you need to let them go. How do you let them go? You need to leave them alone and focus now on your marriage. This is how serious marriage is. That a man needs to leave his father. Even that you want to say honor your father and your mother. Again, when the other comes to marriage, say no, you need to leave that honor behind and give that honor to your marriage. Okay? We know that teaching was never be for Adam because Adam has no mother. Neither the woman. Okay? That teaching is for this generation. It is being given to their posterities, to their offspring. In order for marriage to function, you need to let go. Father and mother, go away from our marriage. We don't need no father and mother-in-law. Go away. Your teaching is not needed. Your guidance is not needed. Your counsel is not needed. Go away. Go and focus on your own. You need to be left behind. You are not welcome into marriage. Abba Yahuwah is the author of marriage. He may not govern marriage. Your father ideology is not needed. Your mother ideology is not needed. He said you must leave your father, you must leave your mother alone out of this in order for marriage to function. Now, here is the picture of how you need to leave them and let them go their way. He is not saying you should become enemy. No, they're not interfere in your marriage. Not at all. They are not allowed to do it. It is forbidden. Here is the picture. How you need to leave your mother and your father. Just like a baby, when you are out of your mother's womb, do you return back to that womb again? Of course, no. Do you go back to that womb again? Does that womb ever open for you to enter again? Just as they see the raw material, when it's being, split out from your father's testes, as the seventh almost, what do they call it? I will remember it now. Fox you out of the testes. straight to the rod, and the rod gave in the handle inner to where the bank is, which is the womb, to be nourished over there for a whole 9 months, to be fertilized, to be produced, to be refound, for breath to be given unto it. As you come out from your father penis already, you cannot return back there. Have you ever seen anyone that return back? No, as a raw material, you don't go back there. As you also come out after 9 months, you come out from your mother's womb, do you ever return there? Of course, no, you never go back there. The door is closed eternal. So that is how Abba YAHUAH'S want you to leave your father and your mother out of your marriage. They are not needed. They are not welcome. This is how sacred and holy, powerful, important, special, unique marriage is. Okay? And he now said, both of them shall become one. So if your father is interfering, your mother is interfering, your brother-in-law is interfering, your sister, how do you you are still two. And Abba YAHUAH said he's going to judge them. Anything that the first marriage won't go unpunished. Okay, it is punishable by death. Because you're standing in the glory of marriage, not to flourish. You are just standing in the ways of, you are fighting against Abba YAHUAH'S teaching concerning marriage. He himself ordained, is it your property? Are you the one that brought out the idea? Are you the one that said marriage is good for a man, a woman? Were you there when Abba YAHUAH orchestrated it? Of course not. So this is how he want marriage to be function. This is how he want marriage to be left alone. Tranquility, undisturbed. Okay, let marriage rest. Go away, father-in-law. Go away, mother-in-law. You are not needed. Okay, when it comes to this, you are not needed. Okay, so right now, it said they shall become one flesh. That simply means to say, I wonder those people that is propagating polygamy, the very teachings that come from the loins of the seed of serpent, Cain chapter 4, Genesis chapter 4. That we see Cain brought out about these teachings of polygamy. Now, when you now you have 2 or 3 wives, how did you become one flesh? No, you are not one. Because it said you must let go all those things and be united with your wife. Let go cheat, my husband. You must let go cheat outside. You don't have to do that. Because you will not go unpunished. It says it's going to judge anyone that defies marriage. When you defy the bed of marriage, you will be judged by Abba YAHUAH. Okay? And the woman, no, the woman is not more common into adultery. I don't know because I see it as a taboo. Okay, no woman practice that wickedness. Even though our father practiced polygamy, but no woman practiced monogamy. Even though the first woman also did it, she did it out of ignorance, and it was just that one time. Abba YAHUAH ended right away. Abba YAHUAH put into it right away. So no woman in the normal senses will even go into that nonsense. For you to do that, you better divorce the man. That to be doing that way, it is a taboo. Okay, so this is how, yet you will still be judged. Okay, because the fire you break covenant, it is punishable by death. Okay, so this is how serious Abba YAHUAH want us to take marriage. Very, very, because it's like heavenly kingdom. So right now, I got another precept. Here I am, Matthew 19, 3-9. And the Pharisees also came unto him, tempting him, and saying unto him, Is it lawful for a man to put away his wife for every cause? 4. And he answered and said unto them, Have ye not read that he which made them at the beginning made them male and female, and said, For this cause shall a man leave father and mother, and shall cleave to his wife, and they twain become one flesh. Did he ask them to separate? Okay, now 6. Wherefore they are no more twain, but one flesh. We see how they were one flesh in heaven, like Adam was once the first exist as angel in heaven. Meanwhile, his wife, because in heaven there is no female angel, all are male. So the very one that is going to turn offspring here on earth, they have their wife inside of them. The very angel that is going to come here on earth, like Adam did, exist here on earth, he have his wife inside of him. Okay, that is how they become just one flesh, because they are one right from the heavenly. They exist right from the very ages as one. Okay. Wherefore they are no more twain, but one flesh. What therefore Yahuwah hath joined together, let no man put asunder. That is why he say, if you don't get out of the way, you mother-in-law, you father-in-law, you brother-in-law, you sister-in-law, wherever, if you don't get out of the way, Abba Yahuwah said he's going to judge you, and he said because you defile not marriage, you won't go unpunished, okay? And it is punishable by death. 7. They say unto him, why did Moshe then command to give a written of divorcement and to put her away? Listen now. He saith unto them, Moshe, because of the hardiness of your heart suffered you to put away your wives, but from the beginning it was not so. And I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication. This is where you are allowed to be divorced. Fornication. You see how serious, because fornication means you defile the marriage. It is punishable by death. It except be for fornication and shall marry, except be for fornication and he shall marry another, committed adultery, and whosoever marrieth her which is put away doeth commit adultery. And he said, no idolater or adulteress shall inherit the kingdom of heaven. It is punishable by death. Marriage needs to be honored by all. You don't sow a seed of destruction between a husband and a wife. Okay, now father, mother, brother, sister, those were they left already. You as a friend, you don't need to sow a seed of discord into marriage to be poisoning a man's wife against his wife. To just bring a seed, you are defiled the marriage, therefore you won't go unpunished, because by so doing you are fighting against Abba Yahuwah, and he will put you to death. He will get you killed, because it's sacred. It is special. It is the very mind of Abba Yahuwah. This is how he made the marriage. You wasn't there. Why are you trying to scatter what Abba Yahuwah has already put together? Where you put asunder, therefore you're also going to put asunder. You are not coming into heaven. For this reason, he will cast you to the lake of fire, except you repent and the marriage is restored. If not, then you're also going to be facing the eternal destruction. Okay, because he said you won't go unpunished. So in a moment, you're going to know, or in the next Shabbat, you're going to know why Abba Yahuwah takes marriage very, very serious. Why he can kiss somebody for it. If you try to put asunder in the marriage, he himself joined together, he will get you slaughtered. Why? We'll see that next week, or we'll see few of it today, and next week Shabbat we'll see more details into it, because he himself is a bridegroom. All right now, Malachi 2, marriage needs not to be separated, it is eternal. Okay? That is why the first man that put asunder into marriage, he got slaughtered. His judgment, it is the eternal link of fire, which is the serpent and all his posterities. Okay, we read that already in part 3. Okay, I'm going to upload the 3 and 4 together, this very one. That was his judgment, because he put asunder. You defile marriage. His judgment was the eternal link of fire. Now, Malachi 2, 14 to 16. Yet, yes say, wherefore, because Yahuwah hath been witness between thee and the wife of thy youth, against whom thou hast dealt treacherously, yet is she thy companion. Abba Yahuwah call a woman a man's companion. Oh, but you want to put away your companion? And the wife of thy covenant. What was the covenant, as we unveiled already in part 3, the very part 3? What was the covenant? It is the bloodshed. That is why Abba Yahuwah said a woman needs to remain in her virginity, okay? And a man needs to marry a virgin, especially the prince. And we'll see who is the prince. Every husband represents prince of his wife. Represent a high priest to your wife. To go into that holiest of holies, one man, and perform that service. And perform that unique service. Okay? That is how, because if you made her in a virginity, therefore she gave you a blood of covenant of oneness eternal. That is the covenant. The promise is both of you share together to be faithful to one another. That is you can't break such covenant. Okay? Abba Yahuwah hates it. 15 now. And did not make one, yet had he the residue of the spirit, and wherefore one, that he might seek a goodly seed, as we unveil already that goodly seed. Therefore take heed to your spirit, and let not thee treacherously treacherously engage the wife of his youth. You don't. The wife of your covenant, you don't. You stand in the altar. Heaven and earth is bearing witness. I bet you why bear witness. You see they say, I bet you what bear witness. When taking that vow, you want to desecrate that vow. Therefore, the penalty, it is death. You don't know how serious. In the moment or next week, you're going to see how serious marriage is. It's very, very serious. Very, very. 16. For Yahuwah, the Elohim of Yisrael, saith that he hateth putting away your wife, for one covereth violence with his garment. What is your garment speaking about your wife? Saith Yahuwah of hosts, therefore take heed to your spirit that ye did not treacherously with your wife. He said he hates the voice. He hates anything that pollutes. Abba Yahweh hates it with all passion. He said he so hates you putting away your wife. You putting into that covenant. He said he hates it. And the only way Yahuashua said that can be taken place if the woman go now and fornicate. That is serious because it is also punishable by death because she broke covenant. This is what Abba Yahweh said, I hate the voice. This is how ugly the voice is. The voice is like an abortion before Abba Yahuwah. That is, you are killed, you break blood covenant. That was why he said that he would judge adulterers. Why? Because you break covenant. Woman being the very last born of Abba Yahuwah, that was why he said, husband, treat your wife as a weaker vessel. Okay, because she is the very last job that can cement the glory, the strength, the power of Abba Yahuwah. Do you not see how father and mother care for her last born? This is how husband need to care for his wife, that you won't allow nothing of any kind to come into your marriage. When your wife, like we said already in part 3, when your wife is trying to play some games, discipline her in order for the marriage to be secured. In order for you not to be judged by Abba Yahuwah. Because it is your responsibility to do that for her. Alright, now 1 Peter 3, 1-7, but I read 6-7. Even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, okay, you can take it over there. Okay, let us also speak to the woman. Even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Adonai or Adoni, whose daughters ye are, so as long as ye do well and are not afraid with any amazement. Okay, now likewise ye husbands, deal with them according to the knowledge, giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel, and has been heirs together of the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered. This is how serious and terrible it is. That a husband, if you begin to maltreat your wife in order for the marriage to be broken, therefore your prayer is going to be hindered. And you will be judged by Abba Yahuwah. Marriage needs to be honored. Anything of any kind, whether from you or the woman, needs to be stopped to. That want to defile marriage needs to be end. That was, so if he can tell you to leave your own father and leave your home mother, what is out there you cannot leave friends? What is there? I see some man we live together those days. He will just be upon computer. Sometimes his wife say, 8 months, he cannot touch her. This man will just be on computer night and day, always on computer. The woman will go and work, return back, it will meet the man on the computer. He's not romantic, nothing of any kind. I've never seen that man one day lays his hand and say, my wife, or call her honey. I've never seen no romantic relationship in that relationship. It ends already, okay? It breaks already. Yes, because they are not companions. They are not fit to be. The husband will just sit down on computer. The wife now begin to report to my sister, I know you are a woman of Yahuwah. Please, can you give me a cancer? I don't know what to do. 8 months, this man will not touch me. And I said, be calling him. Call him. Do it like this. And she did it. The man is so wicked. I don't know why he was doing that. Call him. Okay? A woman can also call him. I need it. Sissy is not ready to do that. Now, what is this man do? Well, this man will just stay in computer sometime to 1 o'clock. She now tell me that he's on computer. I say, go and tell him to off the computer. Come inside with you. That you need help. So maybe you want him to touch you. Don't be ashamed. She was once ashamed. I said, no, it's maybe ashamed to your husband. Wherefore should not go to him? The man will give excuses like this. Oh, baby, I'm just coming. I will call her by the mother, by the son's name, because he gave him about two, I think, yeah, three children. If we just call her within their son's name, I'm coming. When I finish, don't worry. That one I say, I will be waiting maybe before, because this is what the man is doing. When the woman goes to, when the woman goes, he will first of all, if she's sleeping, he's so lazy for sex. I don't know what was his problem. When he's sleeping, when he see that the woman is not, or is sleeping already, will not just rush and dodge in and also lay on the bed. So he was doing that. And I said, when he come, you be determined, because the yoke must be broken. I don't know what it is. So well, the man will be waiting for her to sleep off. Until one day, the man thought she was also sleeping after 12. The man also sneaking. As he just entered, the woman said, honey, I'm here. Yo, are you not sleeping? And I said, why can I sleep? More than 8 months. You haven't touched me. So that was how that night he gave her a holy water. You see? And I said, keep doing it. But the man was ready to change. The woman said, I can't handle this. Something happened. Okay. I don't know what, because I wasn't there anymore. They broke off. When I heard it, I said, I know it must happen, because the man is not compatible and the woman is so insultive. Sometimes when the thing is hot here, she will begin to swear, very insultive. Throw the man things outside. And the man will be calling me, come on, woman of God. I know you are a woman of God. You see what he's doing to me in my heart. And I even rebuke. I say, sir, what are you doing? Why are you resisting her? Why are you denying her of her right? When that one also opened up, I myself, I was tired. I said, but you cannot punish her by sex. Not at all. Okay? Put things together and fix it. But I don't know, they were not compatible. And before you knew it, it ends up. You see, the grace, it said, because together of the grace of life, for you to bring about life, it is both. It says so that your prayer won't be in there. If you are not playing your part as a man, your prayer is going to be in there, and katakata or catastrophe is going to come into the marriage, and you won't be left behind unjudged, okay? All right, now here I am in Ephesians 5:22 to 23. You can read it all the way down. It is a mystery, okay? Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands, and unto as unto Yahuwah. Okay, 23 now. For the husband is the head of the wife, even as Yahuashua is the head of the congregation, and he is the savior of the body. Therefore, as the congregation is subject unto Yahuashua, so let the wives be let the wives be to their own husbands in all things, in everything. Woman, did you hear that? For marriage to work out, you must be submissive in all things, as if you are doing it what? To Yahuwah, because Yahuwah what? Institute marriage. You keep it the service of marriage, you are serving. That is how you are serving Yahuwah. Now 25. Husbands, love your wives, even as Yahuashua also loved the congregation and gave himself for it. Yahuashua, the Messiah teaches something. This is how I love my bride. This is how I love my wife. Husband, can you also do that to your wife? I gave myself to my wife. Husband, can you give yourself to your wife? Just do it the way I did it. 26. That he might sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of water by the word, that he might present it to himself a glorious congregation, not having spot or wrinkle or any such thing, but that it should be holy and without blemish. So ought husbands to love their wives as their own bodies. He that loveth his wife loveth himself. Yahuashua said, this is how I love my wife was once filthy. But this I wash her by the washing of the water. I teach her. I teach her how to be submissive unto me. I discipline her to be submissive, how to respect me. I give my life. I give everything that I have. My time, my blood, everything that I have. I give it. I deny myself of that glorious throne in heaven. I parted my heaven, came down here for her sake. Oh, just to make her glorious, wonderful, wash her, cleanse her, remove wrinkle spot away from her. Husband, this is how I'm loving my bride, loving my wife. Also, do you need to love your wife? Teach her. In order for marriage to work out, to function, teach her the word of Abba Yahuwah. That is the cleansing, to remove every teachings, of friends or singleness, the life she once lived. There is a kind of bad teachings in the life she once lived before she met you, or before you find her. Rather, before you find her, there was kind of a teaching in her that is not needed. There is a kind of ideology in her that was not needed. There was a kind of work in her that was not needed. A work of a girlfriend that was not needed. There's a kind of ideology or thinking, reasoning in her of singleness that is cannot work in marriage, because now she's no more single, she's married. All those ideas, you need to wash it away from her, because those ideas gonna make the marriage wrinkle. If you don't wash it away from her, it's gonna make the marriage spot. It's gonna make the marriage blemished. But if only you can remove all this away from her, therefore you will present her now to yourself without blemish, young. How are you going to be giving yourself to her as Yahuashua gave himself to his bride and loving his bride, washing away her filth? This is how you need to do it. Give yourself for her. How? By sex. Another washing. Any man that really engage his wife sexually every now and then, that woman will respect her. That woman will shut up her mouth. Whatever you do, I tell you, that woman will know. Because any man and woman that always go into each other, what is going to bring argument? I don't see nothing. Even though some argument come, you will settle it amicably, because tonight we have a service. How is she going to be carrying you for her heart in bitterness? Whereby you do the argument in the afternoon, then, now, baby, I need you. And she's not going to say no, because that is how it's supposed to be. Now, as you go into her, that hunger is gone away, is also gone away from you. That is how powerful sex is. It is spiritual, unspeakable. We'll do some more when it comes to Abba Yahuwah. I know that teaching is going to make some people uncomfortable, but I won't mind. I'm not going to care. I need to dig into the mysteries of Abba Yahuwah as a husband, okay? And it relate to you and me in different cases uncountable. I'm going to put some more. So next week I'll prove it more before we go for the very heavy points we have here also. In that same Ephesians, I really want to put this, because it's a mystery, like I said. 5:32, this is a great mystery, but I speak concerning Yahuashua and the congregation. Nevertheless, let every one of you in particular, so love his wife, even as himself, as the wife see that she reverence her husband. Okay, a woman have part to play, like the ministry. We are women, we play our part, to please our husband. The same way wives also need to do their part before husband, in order for marriage to work out. Okay, you see, this was how filled the woman, the first woman, became in those days when serpent defied her. What did Adam do? He did not say, I don't want you anymore. Go away from me. You cheat on me. You do this. You did that. You bring disaster on me. You deceive me. You not eat of it. And you not. No, he didn't quarrel his wife. He still take her and still gave her a name. Now, before she first of all called her, she shall be called woman. So when something that transpired already between her and the serpent, he now said, now she shall become mother of all living. Adam is not the father of all living. We see a serpent share the fatherhood with him. But the woman is the mother of all living. She is the mother of the children of Adam. She is the mother of the children of serpent. Because Genesis 3:15, we see that serpent is going to be a father. And who's going to be his wife? He lay with a woman. The woman now bring forth Cain. Cain is the seed of serpent. Okay? That of the wicked one. Serpent is the wicked one. And Cain is his firstborn. Okay, that is why Abba Yahuwah gave him the mark of the beast. He gave it to him. He marked him with the name of his father, the serpent, destruction. Okay, so that was how filled the first woman became. Yet Adam did not separate himself from her. He still loved her. He still cared for her. He still take her, because he came from me. He cannot deny his own body for the marriage to still work. And that is why we still have the teachings of marriage here today. Assuming the man desired her and said, no, I don't want it anymore. Go away from me. Therefore, Abba Yahuwah is going to be making another wife for him. Not at all. So the man still bring down his heart. He still love his wife. He still going to her. They still produce children. And they never divorced. They lasted close to 1,000 years, both of them. Adam never married another woman. They were all together here on earth until Adam passed away. Okay. So here I am. I want to unveil a little part of it today. Next week we dig more into this wonderful mystery of Abba Yahuwah being the bridegroom. I gave you the title already for next week message. Here I am, Jeremiah 3:14. Turn ye backsliding children, saith Yahuwah, for I am married unto you. Okay, I am married unto you. How is it? How does it work? He said, I'm married unto you, I'm my wife. Oh no. Here I am, Yeshayahu 54 verses 5. That's Isaiah. For thy maker is thy husband. Yahuwah of hosts is his name. And thy redeemer, the Holy One of Israel, the Elohim of the whole earth, shall he be called. You see, he said he's a husband. Here I am, Jeremiah 31:31. Behold, the days comes, saith Yahuwah, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Yehudim, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt, which my covenant they break. Although I was a husband unto them, saith Yahuwah. Do you think this is just a normal show? Oh no, let's put some more. Here I am, Hosea chapter 2, 16 to 20. And it shall come to pass that day, saith Yahuwah, that thou shalt call me Ish. Ish in the Yahudia's language simply means husband. The one you call Hebrew language. It simply means husband Ish. And shall call me no more Baal. You are not going to call me Jesus no more. You are not going to call me Allah no more, but husband. For I will take away the names of Balaam out of thy mouth, and they shall no more be remembered by their name. Okay, so now I press it to 19 now. And I will betroth, listen now, and I will betroth thee unto me forever. Yea, I will betroth thee unto me in righteousness and in judgment and in lovely kindness and in mercy. I will even betroth thee unto me in faithfulness, and thou shalt know that I am Yahuwah. What is betrothal? You are my wife. You engage her. You are my wife, eternal. You become mine. And you become my wife, become your husband. Betrothed. Here I am. I think maybe this is going to be the last one, or maybe I still pull one. Next week, I will dig more into this mystery. I know this message is, maybe it's going to make some uncomfortable, but we have to face the reality. This is who is Abba Yahuwah. He is eternal husband and eternal bridegroom. Horrible Shandaya Baba. Now, Ezekiel 16:8. Now, when I passed by thee, I looked upon thee, behold, that time was the time of love, and I spread my skirt over thee. Husband, I see some Scottish men put under their skirts. Even Orobo, they are tying cloth. Even Benin, they are also tying those cloth. When you tie, what is under your skirt? He said that skirt is spread over you. Where are you now when the skirt is being spread over you? What is under that skirt where your woman is under? Woman is under that skirt. It is your penis and your testes. Okay. And by your word, I spread my skirt over you and cover thy nakedness. Yea, I swear unto thee and enter into covenant with thee, saith Yahuwah, and thou becomest mine. I think I'm going to pause here today so that next week we unveil the mystery. About your wife, say husband. Maybe not spiritual speaking. Okay? Not spiritual speaking. Because woman enter under his skirt. Now, this one could be a figure of speech, okay? Now, I want to unveil more. Then I stop with that. So here I am, Luke chapter 1, verses 35. How did it get the woman pregnant? Maybe not by your way, it's going to be a husband. Maybe not spiritual. I know this is going to make some of you uncomfortable, but I don't really mind, okay? Because this is what I found over here in this royal law, okay? So I read now 35. And the angel answered and said unto her, because Maria was a virgin, okay? And the angel answered and said unto her, the the Ruach HaKodesh shall come upon thee, and the power of the highest shall overshadow thee. Therefore, also that holy thing which shall be born of thee shall be called the son of Yahuwah. It's not the son of Joseph, okay? He shall be called the son of Yahuwah. Now, come on now. Man, let us be realistic. What makes you a father? And how do you become a father? That is what we are unveiling, grow. That's what we are unveiling. How did you become a father? It's the very last alphabet. How did you become a father? Because you gave a raw material into your wife uterus. So how do you think Abba Yahweh did it? You're going to hear that next week from me. I'm not going to touch on that part. I have the mystery. I'm going to unveil what happened and how he did it. Okay? So that will be postponed for next week. Abba Yahweh is a husband. He's going to pick a bride. Horrible Shandel. This is deep and this is heavy. But that is true because he picked just one wife, one woman, Maria. What took place over there? Eh? So there's never no way. There is never no way. You can't have what Abba Yahweh don't have. He gave you. He said you are his image. He made you now. I'm speaking about his theophany. When we talk about the full essence or the true essence of Abba Yahweh is a fire. So I'm not going there at all. But when we not talk about his theophany, we see Abba Yahweh theophany is a black man. We see that from the royal law. Okay? Saint Peter also have his own offspring. He have his own children. So they are the colored people because they are already being disoriented from who they are. That is why Abba Yahweh gave them another color for a reason. Okay? So right now, what is going on here? For your wife to get, for you to get your wife pregnant, sexual activity takes place. And the same thing happened over here. He said the Ruach HaKodesh is going to come upon you. Now, husband, if you want to, have sex with your wife, you come upon her. Oh, my Father. Your penis come upon her. When your penis enter into her, every part of her body responded. Because it is spiritual. It is spiritual binding. Every part of herself responded. Ma, if you want, even though your wife come on you like the oral or sit on you, or you come upon her, come upon her is a normal hairstyle for everybody, both every old and young. It's a normal style. But if your wife want to give you another style, that is not important. That is not a sin, of course. You do it all right. As far as it is your wife. Now, how did that be your wife? It said the Ruach HaKodesh will come upon you. Just as a husband, when you come upon wife, something take place. He said now the power of heaven is going to overshadow you. Where you passes that raw material, which is your sperm, into your wife's uterus, every part of her responded. She's being covered. She's being overshadowed with your love, with your thought. Oh, Robo Shanda, exactly the way Abba Yahweh did it. If Abba Yahweh don't have a sperm, you can also be having a sperm. We see Messiah is his son. Not spiritual speaking, this is physical. How did he do it? He have a sperm. Are you not going to tell me Abba Yahweh just have a sperm, not penis? He you have a sperm. A sperm always come from testacle. From this one called testa, they will get testimony. Or from this one called testament, they will get testicles. And from testacle, they come testimony. And the royal law make it so clear, out of the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, testimony will be established. How did Yahuashua came into existence? This is not spiritual but physical. How did he got the woman pregnant? Where did the sperm came from? He says will be called the son of Yahuwah. You knew that. And you are disputing sex activities over here. And you are saying, but Yahuwah did not have penis. He's not having penis. He's not having testes. He's not having sperm. Then how did he get the woman pregnant? How did the woman get pregnant? This is not spiritual. This is physical. This took place here on earth. We all have this record and we all have this testimony. Even Quran also confirms it. That Allah did it himself. That is filth, but I bring it. That is another religion. Opposer, but opposer still say it is true. Other than say Allah cannot have sex, but that is their business. That is not mine. Because for you to become a father, you have sex with your wife and you put in seed over there. Now what am I saying over here? Are you not going to tell me about your wife only have a sperm? It don't have penis. So where did the sperm came from? Because sperm needs to be stored in the testes. In your testicles, that is where sperm is being stored. Okay? Be discharged or ejaculate with this hormones. What do they call it? Oh my father, I forgot it so soon. Yeah, it just come to mind. Interstitial cell stimulating hormones. It is the very seventh hormones that is secreted sperm. And we know what number 7 is. It is the number of YAHUAH again. So that is the hormones that secrete that sperm into the uterus of the woman from YAHUAH. So you don't want to tell me you don't have testes, you don't have penis. Therefore, where did this sperm came from? Remember, you have earthly children. So next to earthly child, not spiritual speak. That's why I said maybe it's not going to make you comfortable, but I don't mind because I found it in the royal law. And this is prophetic. So next week we dig more. How did he do it? How did it happen? We have that testimony from Bartholomew, the disciple of Yahuashua HaMashiach. He gave us the testimony. So we'll unveil that in next Shabbat when we come to YAHUAH. The mystery of song reveals the eternal, the overall eternal bridegroom is YAHUAH. So we'll review that next Shabbat. This is what you make my life to be. Ooh. And I love what you make my life to be. Oh, thank you so much for what you make my life to be. Yeah, yeah. And I love so much what you make my life to be. Yes, family, we continue with that topic, postpone. Article 2, postpone, or Article 1, or Article 6, or Article 5. It's going to be Article 5 now because we death with the Article 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the Article 5, postpone till next week. We're going to dig more into that mystery, how YAHUAH did it. I'm not talking about spiritual. So right now we are done with the mystery of bridegroom. Oh my father, this is heavy. So right now quickly let us rush into the points. Just one key point with a lot again. Want to see what came out from that one key point. All right, now here we go, family. Another heavy. Biggie. Oh, ribo shandayaba. And I love what you make me to be. Yeah. This is what you make my life to be. Thank you so much. What you make my life to be. Here I am. the very key points. We only have one key point, but 9 topics derived from this one key point. I'm going to rush it. Now, point 1 from the key points. Shabbat is not the set apart day for wedding. Not at all. The set apart day for wedding is right here. Not Saturday. Let me call it for you. Of course, you know what Shabbat is, okay? Meaning the day of rest. It's not a set apart day for what? Wedding. And I love what he made me to be. Hey, yeah. This is what he make my life to be. You know, like we say, Yahuashua did his very first miracle right at wedding. We'll know why now. So in order for us, to stand in a very strong foundation, we need to begin from the day of wedding. Here I am where he did the first wedding. Miracle. Yahuashua, or John chapter 2, verses 1. In the 3rd day, there was a marriage in Cana of Galilee, and Yahuashua made and the mother of Yahuashua was invited, and both Yahuashua was called and his disciple to the marriage. All right, first party. The 3rd day. Did you see it? Wedding go on the 3rd day. So what is the 3rd day? We know Shabbat is the 7th day, not the 3rd day. So 3rd day It is where Abi Yahuwah, the very holiest and blessed day again, another high Shabbat day, Abi Yahuwah set for marriage. Not Shabbat. We got it all wrong all these years. Ni Shabbat, not Shabbat. So here I am, where everything begins. Genesis, Bereshit 1, verses 9. Now, and Yahuwah said, let the waters under the heaven be gathered together unto one place, and let the dry land appear, and it was so. Virgin. Dry land still go for virgin, dry, not yet touched by Ma'akenas 10. And Yahuwah called the dry land earth murder. That is the last letter of the bright, excellent, early murder. Do you see the name? And the gathering together of the water called he sea. And Yahweh saw that it was good. He that found the wife found a good thing. We saw one good over there, okay? Now we go to 11. And Yahweh said, let the earth bring forth grass. The herb yielded seed. We see the seed, okay? We see the on the third day that we get the seed, that we get the good, double, good. Arabo sandaya baba. Restudy and show yourself approved unto Yahuwah. This mystery will be very easy for you. And Yahuwah said, let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding food after his kind. After his kind, whose seed is in itself. The man have his seed in itself. The woman have her egg in herself. And the earth brought forth grass and herbs yielding seed after his kind, and the tree yielding fruit whose seed was in itself. He repeated it again, after his kind. And Yahuwah saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the third day. So this is why my ancestors is doing wedding on the third day. The day I called this mystery, I was not broken, I was broken into pieces. That seed, it talk about multiplication on the third day. It talk about planting a seed on the third day. It talk about double good on the third day. When the man found a woman, as we established already in part 3, you have found woman is your heavenly kingdom here on earth. Bring food here on earth. Fruit, of the womb. Really? We only see this glory on the third day. We saw the double good, the first good go for the man, and the second good go for the woman. On the third day, the first blessing of good and the second one goes for the bottom. Only on this third day, Abba was saw good. Good for the bridegroom, good for the wife. It is not good for a man to live alone. But it is good for a man to have his own wife. And when you find a wife, you find a good thing. We saw the good over here. Osprey. Listen to part 3 in order for you to understand this good. Arabo Sakaya Baba. On the third day, Abba Yahuwah set it apart for wedding. Okay. Now let us see the wedding of Abba Yahuwah himself. Exodus Shemot 19. Okay. In the third month, when the children of Israel were going forth out of the... Okay, I think I'm not going to be needing that. Okay, Moshe. Okay, now let me take it from... And Moshe went up unto Yahuwah, and Yahuwah called unto him out of the mountain, saying, thus shalt thou say to the house of Jacob, enter the children of Israel, ye have seen what I did unto the Egyptians, and how I bore you on eagle's wings, and brought you unto myself. Now therefore, if ye will obey my voice indeed, and keep my covenant, then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people, for all the earth is mine. And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests and holy nation. These are the words which ye shall speak unto the children of Israel. Moshe come and called for the elders of the people, and laid before their face all these words which Yahuwah commanded him. Now, that is the proposal, and my forefather then accepted and said, whatever he said, we are going to do it. We will be his bride. And all the people answered together and said, all that Yahuwah had spoken, we would do. And Moshe returned the words of the people unto Abba Yahuwah. Listen now, 9. And Yahuwah said unto Moshe, lo, I come unto thee, because now the bride has said the proposal, therefore the groom is coming for consummation. And Yahuwah said unto Moshe, lo, I come unto thee in the thick cloud, that the people may hear when I speak with thee and believe thee forever. And Moshe told the words of the people unto Yahuwah. 10. And Yahuwah said unto Moshe, go unto the people, sanctify them today and tomorrow, and then let them wash their clothes and be ready against the third day. On the third day, what did take place at Masana? For the third day, Yahuwah will come down in the sight of all the people upon Mount Sinai. Oh, Rebo Shandalaba, Rebo Boboski Ababayo, Rekes Klimamahina Rabba, Indoroboski Ababayo. Now I read 40. Moshe went down from the mountain a mount unto the people and sanctified the people. And this is where they get that in no for that sea spot. You know, the sea spot is being filled with water, okay? Just for the bride and the bridegroom to wash themselves. It is the manner of our forefathers to purify themselves before wedding. They must be purified, they must be baptized, they must be washed before wedding. And this is what Abba Yahuwah is telling them. Tell them to sanctify, to wash them, but then wash your clothes. Because the third day, the groom is coming to get his bride. All right, now 15. And he said unto them, unto the people, be ready against the third day. And the third day, the wedding took place. Now, 18. Excuse me. Now 18. And Masana was altogether on smoke, because Yahuwah descended upon it in fire, and the smoke thereof ascended as the smoke of a furnace, and the whole month quaked greatly. And this was the third. If you keep reading, I prove it already. Marriage took place at Masana on the third day. Okay. Here I am, Hosea 6, 1-3. Come and let us return unto Yahuwah. This is where we now, when to go and fornicate outside there. So we're now speaking to ourselves. Come, let us return unto Yahuwah, for he hath turned our toil, and he will heal us. He hath us smoten, and he will bind us up. After 2 days, listen now, he will revive us. In the third day, he will raise us up, and we shall live in his sight. On the third day, that is wedding, he raised us up to his standard, and then shall we know, if we follow on to know Yahuwah. His going forth is prepared as the morning, and he shall come unto us as the latter ray, that is Masana, and as the latter ray, okay, that is the Revelation 21, and the former ray unto the earth. Revelation 21, you can see that how the bride is being dressed for her bridegroom. Okay, and we see his wife. Okay, that is a figure of speech. But now we are speaking directly. The day of wedding, it is the third day, not Shabbat. Shabbat have his own activities already. So third day is the day for wedding. Okay. Shantalabaya. Oh, Shantalabai. Oh, Shantalaba. Iboriko yana Shantalaba. Yebo sekerebo Shantalabai. Nebo sandelebo Shantalaba. Hiye Shantalaba. Ima sekerebo Shantalabai. Shantalabai. Shantalaba. Nebo sekerebo Shantalaba. Ibo santulabo Shantalaba. Oh, Shantalabai. Oh, Shantalabai. Ibarikarobo Santalaba. Nebo sekerebo Santalaba. So we see the day of wedding. Abba Yahuwah did his wedding, first wedding. The second wedding is on its way coming now. We'll prove that on the Shabbat, on the third day. And we see the blessing of the third day. It is the power of procreation, seed inside, speaking about sperm, dry life, speaking about virgin. Okay, F is speaking about the womb to be filled. Okay, now we proceed for the second point, because we have 9 to go. We are done with the first point. Okay, second, now it goes like this. Why Yahuashua did his first miracle at wedding? Twofold reason why he did his first miracle at wedding. You know, when you know where the problem is, it will be very easy for you to tackle it. When you know where the problem is, it will be very easy for you to fix it. What was the problem? Why should it begin its miracle right at wealthy, not somebody that, okay, come and raise somebody that is there, come and walk on water, come and put this gate down, come and resurrect, no, come and feel the hunger, come and feed the 5,000 with just two loaf of bread. No, it didn't do any of those things, because those are added blessing. Only one thing is needed. Okay, that is what? Marriage. Therefore, first, it now start the journey of battling with demons, serpent at wedding. Why? Because serpent discreate, desecrate, the fight, tug marriage into shape right in Genesis 3. He destroyed marriage plans over there. He brings in our demons. That marriage we see now to bless you to good on the third day of the wedding blessing. We now see marriage now turn into curse. It caused the man, it caused the woman, it caused the ground. Okay, so marriage, the problem begins at marriage, right in Genesis 3. So that was why he first of all tackled and fix it. Let me begin and confront the enemy that brings shame into marriage. So that was why he did his first miracle right at the wedding, because the problem that brings about this destruction here today begins again at marriage, right in Genesis 3, where his father ordained marriage. But serpent now came and put stop to the glory and to the flow, to the honor, to the functioning of marriage. How marriage is supposed to be, serpent stop it. He stop it. So we're going to see that more in the mystery of the sixth pot. He said no, it can't work that way. He stop it. So another reason he begins is, we see that is the primary reason he begins his miracle at wedding, because the problem we have today also comes in marriage, right in Genesis 3. Marriage garment was being torn into pieces, and marriage was being torn into shame. So right now he restored the glory of marriage. That was why he started his working power of divinity, reveal himself at marriage. The second fold is to reveal his divinity. I am the prophesied Messiah. I am the one that is going to fix it all. All that serpent destroyed at Genesis 3, I am here to fix it all. I am here to give life for you. I am here to restore you back to glory. I am here to fix it with my blood. I will say that more in the mystery, water that turned to blood. Water that turned to wine. Yeah, blood. Wine is red as blood. So that is the two food where he comes. Okay, now we begins the other his divinity. Here is one of my most favorite subjects, namely the divinity of the Son of Yahuwah, the very expression of Yahuwah complex unit. Through Yahuashua first miracle review, his a divinity. So Hebrew 1, let's touch a little bit on it. You can read all Hebrew chapter 1. It reveals the divinity, the deity of Yahushua HaMashiach. I read verses 8. But unto Abba Yohan also address his son as Elohim. But unto the Son he saith, Thy throne, O Elohim. The Father Almighty is also addressing his own Son as the Elohim. Elohim. He is forever and ever. A scepter of righteousness is the scepter of thy kingdom here on earth, the very one Adam lost. Because this one is not going to take no crap. His scepter is of righteousness. Thou hast loved righteousness and hate iniquity. But first Adam loved iniquity. He couldn't hate it. Therefore Yahuwah, even thy Yahuwah, hath anointed thee with oil of gladness above thy fellows. Yes, he exalted him above the first Adam. And thou, Adonai, in the beginning hast laid the foundation of the earth, and the heavens are the works. This thing is coming out. All right, now. At the works of thy hand. They shall, okay, yes, at the works of thy hand. That is where I want to prove. I think there's where he commanded all the angels, and they all minister. Okay. All right, now I'm coming to verses 6. I should have started from here. Nevertheless, you got it already? Okay, I read 5 to 6 now. For unto which of the angels said, oh, my father, I should have taken it from... Oh, this is laziness, eh? Who being the brightness... Oh, this is complete laziness. Oh, no, I need to read it. Yahuwah, verses 1. And Yahuwah, who at a sun as sundry times and in diver manner speak in time past unto unto our fathers by the prophets, hath in those last days speaking unto us by his Son, whom he hath appointed heir of all things, by whom also he made the words, okay, and being the brightness of his glory, this is his divinity, and the expression image of his person. If you want to see about what you see Yahushua, you see him. And upholding all things by the word of his power, when he had by him purged our sin, sat down on the right hand of the majesty on high, being made to much better than the angels, as had it by inheritance, as he hath by inheritance obtained a more excellent name than they. For unto which of the angels said he at any time, Thou art my son? These days I have begotten thee. And again, I will be to him a father, and he shall be to me a son. No angel, but his son. And through him we see Abba Yahuwah. And again, whom he brought in the... And again, when he broughteth in the first begotten... bringeth in the first begotten into the world, he saith, and let all the angels of Yahuwah worship him. This is his divinity. You see, it proved this power we know already right at marriage. All right, again, here I am, Colossians 1:15 to 17. Who is the image of the invisible Yahuwah, the firstborn of every creature? For by him were all things created. That is his divinity, revealed right at a wedding. That are in heaven and that are in earth, visible and invisible, whether there be thrones or dominions or principalities or powers, all things will consist by him and for him. And he is before all things, and by him all things consist. Okay, now 19. For it pleased the Father that in him should all fullness dwell, that in Yahuashua HaMashiach all the fullness of Abba Yahuwah dwells. Okay, here I am, John 1:1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with Yahuwah, and the Word was Yahuwah himself. The same was in the beginning with Yahuwah. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. This is his divinity. When you see me, you see my Father. That is his divinity. You can also read verses 14. The Word now become flesh and dwells among us. Let me just read it. And the Word, John 1:14, and the Word was made flesh and dwelt among us, and we beheld his glory, the glory as of the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth. Okay, so this is his deity, divinity that revealed at wedding. I'm just pointing out a few of it because there's no room to point all at all. Maybe one part of it. That's what I'm trying to point here. Bereshit 16. You can take it 1 to 11 or 12, but I'm taking from 7. And the angel of Yahuwah found her by a fountain of water in the wilderness, okay, by the fountain in the way of Shur, and he said, Hagar, Sarah's maid, whence cometh thou, and where wilt thou go? And she said, I flee from the face of my mistress. And the angel of Yahuwah said unto him, Return to thy mistress, and submit thyself unto her hands. Listen now, here is his divinity. And the angel of Yahuwah said unto her, I will multiply thy seed. Normal angel, Hevre cannot make such a claim. Michael can never do that. And Uriel can never. Normal angel don't do that. Okay, I will multiply the seed that it shall not be numbered for multitude. And the angel of Yahuwah said unto her, behold, yes, that is what I want to prove, his divinity. I will multiply. It is a life-giving. He created it all, and by all. That is his divinity. You can read Genesis chapter 18. You're going to find all three over there. Yahuwah the Father, Yahuwah the Son, Yahuwah the Ruach HaKodesh. Okay? You're going to find them all three over there. That is his divinity. Here I am, Exodus 23, 20 to 23 also. Behold, I send an angel before thee to keep thee in that way and to bring thee into the place which I have prepared. Beware of him and obey his voice. Provoke him not, for he will not pardon your transgressions. For my name is in him. This is Yahuashua HaMashiach. For my name is in him. The only angel that has ever carried the name of Abba Yehovah, it is Yahuashua HaMashiach. His father's name is Yehovah, and his name is Yahuashua. When you go to Exodus 3, 13 to 15, Yehovah is over the meaning I am that I am. When you go to John 5:43, he said, I come in my father's name. Everybody carries their father's name. He said, I come in my father's name. Yahuashua, meaning I am that I am, is salvation. This is the only angel that carries the name of Abba Yehovah. Okay, so we are unveiling his divinity. But if thou indeed obey his voice, that is where I want to prove. Yeah, that is just what I want to prove. For my angel shall go before thee. Okay, it's okay. That's what I want to prove, his divinity. Here I am, Yeshayahu 63, 8 to 9. For he said, surely they are my people, children that will not lie. So he was their savior. In all their affliction he was afflicted, and the angel of his presence saved them. In his love and in his pity he redeemed them, and he bore them and carried them all the days of old. This is the angel Yahuashua HaMashiach. Here I am in Shemot, Exodus 24. You can read all if you want to, if you will, if you like. I take from 10 to 11 now. We approve the divinity that revealed of Yahuashua right at the wedding. And they saw the Yahuwah of Yisrael, and there was under his feet as it were a paved walk of sapphire stone, and as it were the body of heaven in his cleanliness. This is awesome. So romantic, eh? I'm in love, eh? Fall in love. So right now is when they revealed, because you can see Abba Yehovah. No one has ever. Yahuashua is the orphan. Okay? It's a blaze, it's fire. Okay. Now 11. And upon the numbers of the children of Israel, he had not laid his hand. Also they saw Yahuwah and did eat and drink. You know, marriage is enjoyment. You know, after our forefather accepted the proposal of Abba Yahuwah, the party now begins. The celebration now begins. Then they now open his heaven. They now saw even the throne of Abba Yahuwah. But Yahuashua was the representative of Abba Yahuwah. No one has ever seen him. So here I am, John 10, verses 30. I and my Father are one. Simple as that. When you see my Father, you just see me. When you see me, you see my Father. We are one. So why are we not saying, if we say Abba Yehovah have a penis, he have a testis, are you going to dispute that? Say, I and my Father, we are one. And we see the Son was have a penis. He have testis, is circumcised. We're going to see that more next week. So you don't need to dispute it, because one cannot give you what he don't have. Since you are the image of Yahuwah, therefore, what you have, he also have. You as a man, he is a man. All right now. John 14:9. Yahuashua saith unto him, have I been so long time with you, and yet hast thou not known me, Philip? He that hath seen me hath seen the Father. And how sayest thou, okay, if you see me, you just see the Father, because Yahuashua is he said the fullness of Abba Yehovah, that is his divinity, okay? Okay? His divinity. So we are done with this session. So the third question or the third point goes like this. Why did Yahuashua rebuke his murder? You know, he says something. What, woman? What does that have to do with us? What is it? What? All right, now. That simply means separation from motherhood. That simply goes this way. Separation has begun from motherhood business ended. Motherhood business ended. From motherhood business straight away to fatherhood business. Now it's of age, 30 years. You want to tell me what to do? Do you know the plans of my father? Are you the one that brought me here? Oh, woman! She got a rebuke. So let's prove that also. First of all, we are talking from this very scripture, John chapter 2, isn't it? The first, where the first glory occurred. So now I take from 3. Yes. I read 1 and 2 already. And when the water, when they wanted wine, the mother of Yahuashua saith unto him, they have no wine. Listen now, she got a rebuke. And Yahuashua saith unto her, woman, what have I to do with thee? My hour is not yet come. Okay? His mother saith unto the servants, whatsoever he saith unto you, do ye. Okay? What does that have to do? NIV said with us. What does that have to do with us? But here said with you or with thee, the mother. So another factor why he rebuked his mother, is it that he don't have the power to do the miracle for them? Or is it that words? No. And why did the mother go and ask him? Because, you know, he's the public server. Okay, he knew he can fix it. But unfortunately, she got the rebuke. Because now, mother business ended. But father business begins. Okay? Woman, you don't need to interfere in our business anymore. Bereshit, Genesis 1:26 said, let us make man in our image. And if you put it so in this way, woman, what does that have to do with us? Genesis said, let us make man in our image. Okay? As NIV reads. So right now, this woman, his mother was trying to suit herself. Let us make man in our image. No, woman was not there. Excuse me, madam. You wasn't there. Why are you not trying to suit yourself in? Come, I say, I'm the one that commanded him to do it. No, another point I got from there, you know, his mother knew the kind of a son her son was. He knew how she conceived this very man we are talking about. She knew how this man came about. She knew how Abba Yahuwah got her pregnant. Okay, she knew he is not an ordinary child. He knew he's a supernatural man. He knew he's the very God that is going to save the whole world from their sins. He knew it. So now, when someone is about to face a shame and disgrace, please come and save them. So his mother has been waiting for the moment his son is going to prove his divinity. I strongly believe she's maybe in her heart she's panicking already at this. This my son, I know, not that he told me that he's the son of the Most High. Of course, I knew his father is Yahuwah. His father got me pregnant. I know how he did it. But when is this miracle going to begin? When am I going to see this glory? You know, for her to be the mother, the savior, she has been dying, ever waiting to see this glory begin to overflow in the life of his son. So she was waiting for that very moment. Okay, she want to see her son riding on that glory. And I said, my hour hasn't yet come, for that big, heavy, and biggie, and wonder. My time hasn't yet come, okay? Don't push me forward because this one have nothing to do with you. You are not a part of it. In other words, mother business ended. Don't interfere because this ministry is about to begin now. We don't want you in it. Don't give no idea. Don't give no guideline. We don't need no woman's direction. When it comes to this very matter, please stay far away. You are my mother, I love you, but stay far away. Your business has ended. You have already brought me here, so that is enough. Let my father take over. The reason why he brought me here on earth, let the service begin. You are not a part of it. You cannot command us what to do. Stay far away, because my hour hasn't yet come. So the hour to make it wonderful, make it wow. The hour of suffering is here, but the hour of to make it wonderful, for you to see me in those visions, prophecy be given unto you in that mighty glory, that hour hasn't yet come. The very one I am now is to first of all goes to the cross. Okay, so right now let us put some more. Here I am in the book of Luke chapter 2. I take from 40 to 50 maybe, but it's from 40 to 50. And the child grew up and was strong in spirit, filled with wisdom, and the grace of Yahuwah upon him. Now his parents went to Jerusalem every year at the feast of the Pesach, and when he was 12 years old, listen now, 12 years, number 12 simply represent the power, the number of governorship, authority of Abba Yahuwah. It is number 12, the 12 apostles, the 12, everything is 12, 12, 12, 12, 12 hours of the day, 12 hours in the night, and 12 months. Oh, Robo Shanda, about 12, 12, 12, 12 apostles, 12 this hour. What is that, Abba Yahuwah? Everything is 12, 12. When you go to Revelation 21, even the street is 12, 12,000. 12 apostles, everything is 12, 12, 12 through. Oh my Father, that is the power of rulership. Now 42. And when he was 12 years old, the ministry begins. Our father and mother, you need to step away, okay? Went up to Jerusalem after the custom of the feast, and when they had fulfilled the days as they returned, the child Yahuashua tarried behind in Jerusalem, because that is his city, the city of the king. And Yusuf and his mother knew not of it, but they, supposing him to have been in the company, went a day's journey, and they sought him among their king's flocks and acquaintance. And when they found him not, they turned back again to Jerusalem, seeking him. And it came to pass that after 3 days, they found him in the temple, sitting in the midst of the doctors, both hearing them, and after them, and asking them question. Okay, 12 years old, and all that heard him were astonished, and as his understanding and answered. And when they saw him, they were amazed. And his mother said unto him, Son, why hast thou thus dealt with us? Behold, thy father and I have sought thee sorely. And he said unto him, How is it that ye sought me? With ye not that I must be about my father's business? And they understood not the saying which he spake unto them. 12 years they begin already. You need to stay away. Why are you seeking for me? Where don't you know that I have to be? You know how I came. You know the reason why I'm here. And I start the ministry already. Why are you looking for me? For what reason? Mother business is about to be ended, but when it was 30, the business owner was cut off. It was ended utterly, completely. Here I am, Matthew 10:37. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And he that loveth son or daughter, okay, that is what I want to preach. He said, if you don't cut off your mother from this ministry, you are not worthy. If you love your mother more than me, you are not worthy. If Yahuashua has to love his mother Yahuwah, therefore he is not worthy. He will be disqualified as Messiah. Here I am again, Matthew 12:46-49. While he yet talked to the people, behold, his mother and his brethren stood without, desiring to speak with him. Then one said unto him, Behold, thy mother and thy brethren stand without, desiring to speak with thee. But he answered and said unto them that told him, Who is my mother, and who is my brother? And he stretched forth his hand towards his disciple, and said, Behold, my mother and my brethren. For whosoever should do the will of my Father, which is in heaven, The same is my brother and my sister and my mother. Mother business stopped. Orobo shandayaba. Iborobo seke ye orobo seke. Iborobo senderebo hey. Himo santurebo ye nabo seke. Iborobo santubo ye. Iborobo yantulubu orobo seyao. Iborobo seke bo ye. Isantoloba imorobo yantulubu. Isantoloba buri seke yantulubu. Isekerebo ye. Isekerebo ye. Isekerebo buri lebo yantalabe ye. Isekerebo ye. Isekerebo. Isekerebo inaboro sikeyebo. Iborobo yantulubu gorobo sekeo. Iborobo sekebo Nabo sande yantubu. Sekerabo yanderebo. Moribo yantalabeye. Nabo sekerebo se orobo yande. Orobo yande. Orobo hey yande oh hey. Here I am, Luke 11:27-28. And it came to pass, as he spake these things, a certain woman of the company lifted up her voice and said unto him, Blessed is the womb, that bore thee, and the purple which thou hast sucked, and the breast which thou hast sucked. Not so, madam. 28 now. But he said, Yea, rather blessed are they that hear the word of Yahuwah and keep it. He's just trying to say, it was just, not trying, it was separating himself from his mother. Because woman, we know what you did, in Genesis 3, we don't want your ideology anymore. We don't want your thought. We don't need you in this company. Only for you to follow us in the back. Don't be at the front, of us. You are not allowed to do that. Here I am again, John 19:25-27. It was just this standing. That is a divine separation. It is over. Mother business ended. Father business begins. That was why she got a rebuke. 25-27. Now, there stood by the cross of Yahuashua, his mother, and his mother's sister, Mary, the wife of Caiaphas, and Maria Magdala, his wife. Okay. When Yahuashua therefore saw his mother, and the first time for it, anyway, saw his mother, and the disciples standing by, whom he loved, he saith unto his mother, Woman, behold thy son. I am no more your son. He pointed to the disciple, They are your son. Behold thy son. Then saith he to the disciple, Behold thy mother. And from that hour, that disciple took her unto his own home. Separation. Divine separation, eternal. Okay. It is finished. Your business. Thank you very much, woman, for bringing me to this one. But you want to say thank you, my sweetheart, my baby, Mariam. You have done your part, but clear the way for me now. Let me work with my son. Let my son do my job just the way I want it. I don't want you to interrupt him. I don't want you to, to give him no cancer. You are not allowed to do that. For the first woman does that. This is how you need to rule over your wife. As Abba Yahuwah ruled over his wife, he distanced his son from his mother and said, You are not allowed. This is how you need to do it. Did Abba Yahuwah insult his wife Maria? No. He make it clear to her, you are not allowed in this office. Go and stay in the kitchen and stay in my bed. That is where you are due. That is your office. And I can also give you some teaching to go and be teaching women. Go and teach woman like you don't teach my son. Not at all. I am the father. I am the one to tell him what to do. Now, point 4. The mystery of the 6 empty pots. Okay? The mystery of the 6 empty pots. What was that? So right now, when you go to Genesis chapter 1, you're going to see what this 6 pots represented. The mystery of this 6 pot that needs to be filled, because this is the sixth pot. They normally put water for purification, just as we saw from the very first point that the day of wedding is the third day. Any day that something unique is taking place of feast, it is being called High Shabbat. Okay, like that third day is being called High Shabbat because wedding is taking place. It is High Shabbat. You don't need to work. It is High Shabbat. You need to go and celebrate people. Right now. So when you go to Genesis from day 1 way down to day 6, these are the 6 pots. Okay, and each pot represents the works of Abba Yahuwah day 1. Okay, now the day 1 job of Abba Yahuwah was light, isn't it? Therefore, we see serpent interrupt that light. Serpent interrupted that light. Therefore, it now turned into darkness. He said, if your eyes is good, Matthew 6:21-23 or so. Therefore, that eyes was single. Therefore, it said, all your body is going to be full of light. But whereby your eye is single, your single eye, read it, your single eye become darkness. Say all of your body is going to be full of darkness. And we'll see that very single eye he was talking about. That is the very eye the serpent opened for the first man and the first woman. So therefore, serpent now become their head. Therefore, their life now become filled with darkness. That is the first part. It off the light. In another word, serpent off that light. Abba Yahuwah said, let there be light. The first, the serpent quench it. It off it. That is the part where it now become dark. So the point 2, we also see another unique glory of water being separated from water. That the one that being elevated was being called heaven. That is your heaven. The work of day 2, which represent the second part, was the job of day 2 of your heaven. You ascending and descending here on earth. You go into heaven, fellowship, you descending here on earth. That was the fellowship in Genesis 3 before the fall. In Genesis 2, before the fall. That was the fellowship. Abba Yahuwah will come to them. They will go to heaven. That is your heaven. How the glory, the power of ascension. Serpent stop it. No more ascension. It now cast it to the lowest of it all. Now, the day 3 job, that is the glory of marriage. We see how serpent stopped the flow of marriage already. In Genesis 3, it contaminates the blessing of marriage. That marriage now turn curse. Abba Yahuwah now begin to lay curse upon what he once blessed. The job of day 3. Now the day 4 simply represent the signs of Abba Yahuwah in you, which is his calendar. How we need to celebrate the goodness of Abba Yahuwah each time of the season. That is the calendar. Serpent also stopped it by how he brought in his own calendar. The 6th part was now filled with the wickedness of serpent. Because when he removed that of Abba Yahuwah, he will place himself over there. So what is the job of day 5? When you go to the job of day 5th, it is first time Abba Yahuwah to pronounce blessing. The very first time he releases blessing over every food, whatever you are going to be eating, he then blessed it. The work of the 5 makes blessing. But serpent turned into cause. It turned into cause. It contaminated, it genetically modified. All the meat we are eating is being pumped by fertilizer. Okay, so it stopped it. That blessing at all costs. So fertilizer to fertilize all our meat, our food. That is what is inside now the pot of day 5. Now this is what does that go for? Royalty. The pot of day 6 simply means Abba Yahuwah said, let us make man in our image, in our likeness, which we touched on it already in part 3. That is what that pot contains, the pot of royalty, for you to be like Yahuwah here on earth, in procreating, taking over, fill the whole world with the offspring. Serpent also contaminated. We see that already. But genetically modify us, placing his DNA in the first man, and the first one, what is his DNA? His DNA simply represent death. He now brought him his madness in Genesis 3. This is the mystery of the 6 empty pot. First of all, you see the water that was in it. That is the redemption provide for us. By our own hands, we have to wash ourselves. We are only washing the surface. What about the inside is rotting. Inside that pot, 6 pot is full of horrible. Inside of it is full of the wickedness of serpent. Our DNA is being genetically modified by the serpent. Genetically modified is it, organism in our spirit, which is simply death and suffering. So they will put water into this 6 pot to cleanse themselves. That is to cleanse the surface. But the one that is going to cleanse the inner one, that is Yahuashua. That is the mystery of the water of the 6 pot first. Now filled with the water, fill them all to the very top with water. Okay, so what does that represent? The one of Satan is already empty out of it. Now the whole pot is filled again like as it were before. But Abba Yahuwah said, this time I'm not going to leave it to just become a water, because first of all, I let it be to be water without the blood. That was why Saint Peter did it. He said, by the shielding of the blood of the lamb, they overcame the serpent, the dragon. But in Genesis 3, they were unable to overcome the serpent because the blood hasn't yet been shielded. So now by the shielding of the blood of the lamb, we overcome serpent. So therefore, the water was not be changed into the blood of Yahuashua HaMashiach. This always amazed me when this pork eating people Christians said he turned water into gogoro. It is more than that. He is the eternal high priest. He is never allowed to drink ogogoro. He is never allowed to drink anything fermented. He is taking the part of Noah. Excuse me. Aaron, the eternal high priest. Abba Yahuwah said to Aaron, the eternal high priest, the day anything fermented will touch your mouth, you shall die. He said it is a everlasting ordinances for you. How dare you not say the eternal high priest will not turn water into ogogoro fermented for you to be drinking? No, you are blaspheming to the highest level of it all. He turned that water into his blood that is going to cleanse us right from our in, because we were unable to flush away the DNA of serpent that he genetically modified us. Right in Genesis 3, his DNA, it means death, it means suffering, it means shame, it means disgrace. So drink of this now, then you're going to flood, he's going to wash your system, man. The normal water is only to wash your flesh, but this one is going to wash you from your inner, the spirit man that is being genetically modified with the organism of the serpent. How can you say ogogoro is going to do that? You are mad, Christianity. In fact, you are demonic. You are highly satanism. You are blasphemy, okay? Now, John 1:14, it said the word of Abba Yahuwah. We know water also represents word. Okay, it said the word of Abba Yahuwah, the first water, the water that is being filled, it means the word. Now, when you go to Revelation 12, it said they overcame the serpent by the blood of the lamb, okay, and by the word of their testimony. Okay, that is how they conquered. But in Genesis, they were only having that word, but they were not having the blood. But this time, the word and the blood now mixes together. That is the water that changed into blood. Okay, one is red, okay? He changed into the blood of Yahuashua HaMashiach. That was the one. Okay, the one that become a flesh, both together, mixed together. Listen now, John 6:53-54. Then Yahuashua said unto them, verily, verily, I say unto you, except ye eat my flesh, I say ye eat the flesh of the Son of Man, and drink his blood, ye shall have no life in you. Whosoever eateth my flesh and drinketh my blood hath eternal life, and I will raise him up on the last day. Okay. That is transfiguration. You see, this is how they eat his body. And this is how they drink his blood. His body is the word of Abba Yahuwah. They are fulfilling what Abba Yahuwah commandment saith. Now, it is to drink his blood. And this is how they drank his blood unknowingly. Okay, that is powerful. That is deep. To cleanse them from the inner, to flush away the genetic modified organism of serpent inside of them, in their spirit man. That simply means death. See what the word of Abba Yahuwah does again, because they both two go together now, the word and the blood. John 15:3. Now ye are clean through the word which I have spoken unto thee. So you're not going to wash yourself with the normal water, but through the word of Abba Yahuwah you are be clean. Okay, and the water that turned into that blood of Yahuashua that cleanses you from the inner. This is the only way how you can overcome the tricks of serpent. Through the shielding of Yahushua's blood, the very one you need to drink. That is our Holy Communion. You eat the bread, you drink the wine. That is what it represents. So now we're at the fifth point. His first miracle was just being done for family and friends. Okay, he was being done in his own city. They are his friends, they are his family. Okay, You can read Genesis, oh my father, from chapter 41 way down to chapter 46. You're going to see it over there that the first miracle of Yusuf, Yusuf is a typology of a savior. Okay, Yusuf begins his ministry when he was 30 years old. Likewise, Yahuashua also begins his ministry when he was also 30 years old. Okay, here I am, Genesis, I take 41 verses 46. And Yusuf was 30 years old when he stood before Pharaoh. He entered into the governorship while he was 30 years old. Yahuashua also entered into the governorship of his father while he was also 30 years old. Here I am, Luke, chapter 3, I think 20, okay, 3 also. And Yahuashua himself began to be about 30 years old of age, being as supposed. So he began his ministry. He did that miracle at the age of 30 years, and it was being done just for family and friend around. So you can also read John 15, 13 to 15. Say, you are my friend. Okay. If you do what I ask you to do, therefore you are my friend. So miracle will be given unto you. We see already that the one that is his brother, mother, and sister is the one that do the will of Abba Yahuwah. Exactly the same thing with Yusuf. His first miracle, his first blessing was being given to his family. Okay. Where is it? Genesis 37:28. We see how what his brother did to him. And the same Yahushua's brother also did to him. There is a parallel. There is a kind of a savior. Okay, Genesis 27:3. Also the same Judah Iscariot, the one that sold Yusuf was Judas. Okay, our Judah. And the one that also sold Yahuashua, Yusuf was being sold for 20 pieces of silver. You can see Genesis 37:28. Matthew 27:3, we also see Judas also sold Messiah for 30 pieces of silver. Okay, so when you read Genesis 42 wave down to 45, you're going to see the first blessing as he ascended the throne of Pharaoh. He did for his family. Okay, saved from to be saved from 7 years famine. Okay. The same Yahuashua did for his friend and family. So now when you also read Zechariah 12 verses 7, as he's also coming back now, his first miracle as he's coming now is going to be given to his family. That is the tribe of Yehudah. He is the lion of the tribe of Yehudah. So he's coming first. The miracle he's going to do is also first for his family, his own tribe, the tribe of Yehudah. They are also the congregation of Philadelphia. They will not go through tribulation. We know Joseph protect his family not to go through dark hour of famine. Come over here to me. And he spared them from a great famine. And the same Yahuashua also did. He said the tent of Yehudah shall be saved first. And when you also go to Revelation 3:7 to 12, he said the congregation of Philadelphia simply means brotherly loved. Okay, they will not also go through the tribulation. He spared them also from the 7 years of great tribulation. We are being exempted. Okay, because that is his own tribe. That is the royal tribe. Just as what he did first at his miracle when wedding, his first miracle at wedding, exactly the same thing Joseph orders. So when it comes now, exactly the same thing he's also going to do for his own tribe. Okay, now we'll go for point 6. From predicament, great shame, public assault to great provision. Illustrate how Adam's shame and finishing race, how Yahuashua covered up, how he was being covered up by the second Adam. You see, the wine was the run out of wine. And they say in those days that they can jail the groom for it. Because this preparation can take place for 2-3 years. How dare you now, at the middle of celebration, you just said the party that no more wine to drink, they can sue him for that. That is why it takes a long period of time for you to get ready, to prepare for this very occasion. Now in the middle of the party, just said the wine ran out. Fearful they can sue him for that. That he can, according to them, the historian that said that it can be jailed for it because you are incapable of taking care of the bride. Since you cannot provide for her celebration, therefore you are incapable. Exactly what took place. This running out of wine illustrate the first unfinished race, shame and disgrace, assault, public assault of Adam. Today we still talk about his folly. Everybody knows about this story, okay? We knows about Islam knows about, even though you know whether they twisted it, but they knows about it, okay? Every one of us knows about it. The shame of Adam, it was public assault. It couldn't finish, but the second Adam covered him up. That is another meaning for the miracle. So you can read Genesis 3. That is where the predicament took place, but into great provision now by the second Adam. All right now. Romans chapter 5, verses 12 to 15 said, by this same first Adam, this predicament came into the world. By the very second Adam, it ended. So right now we'll read Luke chapter 14. So here I am. Adam couldn't finish his race, but the second Adam helped him out, to run the race for him. That is another from predicament into a great provision for us. Another illustration of his first miracle at wedding. Luke 14:28. For which of you intended to build a tower, sitteth not down first and counts the cost, whether he have sufficient to finish it? Lest after he hath laid the foundation, and is not able to finish it, all that behold it began to mock him, saying, this man began to build and was not able to finish. Like today, Adam began, but he couldn't finish. But the second Adam is the one helping him now to do all the damages and to restore all back unto us. Just as the bridegroom illustrated the first insult Adam brought. Okay. Now we go for the very point 7. Best wine kept at the end. Orobo Shandaya Baba, the glory is at the end. The very best, it is being found in the end, not in the beginning, not in the center, but right at the end. For I reckon, Romans 8:18, for I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us in the very end, okay? So the best wine is kept at the end. At the end, we're going to drink the wine of the heavenly wine. And a feast, Ecclesiastic 10:19, a feast is made for laughter, and wine maketh merry. Okay, so this wine is in the end time. That is going to make us, very joyful, gladful, it is at the end. Psalm 104, verses 15. And wine that maketh glad the heart of a man, and oil to make his face to shine, and the bread. Okay, now I'm proving the wine. The best wine is reserved at the end. Here I am, Psalm 16:11. Thou wilt show me the path of life. In the presence is fullness of joy. At the right hand there are pleasure forevermore. That is Yahuashua at the right hand in his kingdom when he comes. That is the best of wine reserved for he that enjoy to the end. Here I am, Hosea 2:22. And the earth shall hear the corn, and the wine, and the oil, and they shall hear Yezreel. The best of wine is reserved at the end. Jeremiah 31:12. Therefore they shall come and sing in the highest of Zion, and in the height of Zion, and shall flow together to the goodness of Yahuwah, for wind, and for wine, and for joy, and for the young of the flocks, and for the, okay, yes, I'm proving the wine pads. Okay, the wine pads, the best wine, it is kept at the end. When Yahuashua comes, we drink it. Joel chapter 2:19. Yea, Yahuwah answer and say unto his people, behold, I will send you corn and wine and oil, and ye shall be sanctified. Yes, therewith, and I will no more. Okay, now it's okay. Here I am, Genesis 45 verses 20. Also regard not your suffering, for the best of all the land of Egypt is yours. So the best is always being reserved for us. This is the promises Pharaoh gave through yourself, or Yahshua gave through Pharaoh, or whatever, to his people. The best of the land was being given them, which is the land of Goshen. When Yahuashua comes, where we're going to ride on this best of wine, and you're going to see it. No, you're going to see it. So Zechariah 16-19, that is where the best of wine is celebration every year. The Feast of Tabernacle, celebrating the birthday of the King for all he has done for you. You can read it 16-19. You're going to see it over there. Every family of the earth needs to be tripping in at Jerusalem and worshiping the King year after year. That is the best of wine. Not to go, okay? It means celebration, joyfulness of the heart. I be your presence here with, say his presence, is fullness of joy. The very point 8 goes like this. Wedding went on for a whole full 7 days. A whole full 7 days. That is the celebration. When it begins, third day will be the very one you call on Tuesday. Okay, Twins Day. Okay, now Tuesday. Okay, that is the third day. So when it begins on the third day, it will go on till the other week, 7th. That it will be on the second day. You end it at the second day. Okay, so it went on for 7 days. Let's also prove that. Genesis 29:19-28. So I'm going to pick some part to read. And Laban said, it's better that I gave her to thee than that I should give her to another man. Abide with me. And Jacob served 7 years for Rachel, and there seemed unto him but a few days for the love he had for her. Okay, now when the time come now, something happened. Leah was being given. So I want to let you see the wedding of the people of the book Israel. Its celebration lasts for 7 days, 26 now. And Laban said, it must not be so, because Leah was being given unto him. It must not be so done in our country to give the younger before the firstborn. Fulfill our week, and we will give thee this also for the service which thou shalt also serve me for another 7 years. Fulfill our week. That is, the marriage is already been done on the third day. So her week now he needs to be fulfilled, because the celebration goes on for a whole 7 days. So her week he needs to be fulfilled now. It is enter the wedding chamber with her for 7 days. Then after that 7th day, that is the week. After that 7 days, then we also do for you likewise for Rachel. Marriage went on for 7 days. Okay. Numbers 19:12. I want to prove another thing unto you here. He shall purify himself with it on the 3rd day, and on the 7th day he shall be clean. But if he purify not himself the 3rd day, then the 7th day he shall not be clean. If you keep reading, say, if you are not cleansed in these 2 occasions, therefore you will be cut off. So the 3rd day was the first marriage at Mount Sinai. We see that already. And the very last of it all will be Revelation 19. Okay, so this is the mystery of the first miracle. We still have 1 point to go. In fact, today it's really heavy. Abba Yahweh said, take off your shoe. Yahuashua said, take off your shoe. Let me step in your shoe. This message, it is heavy for you. I need to step in your shoe. And I'm saying it, okay? So right now, we go for the very last point. This is what you make my life to be. And I love what you make me to be. Thank you so much for what you make my life to be. Ooh, oh, oh, yeah. Inoriba shantala be yarabo. Noskilibao. Moseke. Orabo shandabo. Yeah. So right now we'll go for the very last point 9. His first miracle is a sign that points to something else more significant. Here is the prophetic layers, being the first miracle done by the author of life. Do you think it is? It doesn't mean anything to be neglected? What he did here is a great sign that point excuse me, yeah, that point a sweet that prints sweet a picture and point to his own wedding supper, point to his own super duper romantic marriage, a marriage covenant of oneness, a restoration. Okay, this is what they point to. That is the meaning of this his first miracle in consummation in wedding. Okay, Genesis 19. Oh, 2. Okay, yes. So here I am, Genesis 2, 19 to 20. I read it before, but I'm going another dimension through this. Out of the ground, Abba Yahuwah. Okay, no, let me just read 20. Adam gave names to all cattle, and to the fowl of the air, and to every beast of the field. But for Adam there was no found an helpmate for him. Where were his wife? Like we suppose already was inside of him. She wasn't existing by then. That was why he was alone. Here I am, the book of Jubilees, chapter 3. I think I take it from 1. And on the 6 days of the second week, okay, he want to tell us now how Abba Yahuwah created the woman. On the 6 days of the second week, we brought, according to the word of Yahuwah, unto Adam all the beasts, and all the cattle, and all the birds, and everything that moveth on the earth, and everything that moves in the water, according to their kinds and according to their types. The beast on the first day, the cattle on the second day, the birds of the air on the third day, and all that which moves on the earth on the fourth day, and that which move in the water on the fifth day. It begin to walk every day. Okay, and now verses 2. And Adam named them all by their respective names, and as he called them, so was their name. And on the fifth day, Adam saw all this, male and female, according to every kind that were on the earth. But he was alone. Excuse me. But he was alone and found no helpmate for him. And Yahuwah said, "It is not, yeah, you see, good, okay, for the man to live alone." That is what I want to prove. So he calls it this sleep. You see, on the second day, on the following week, that is where the wife now came into be. The first week all through, he was just alone working for Abba Yahuwah. And likewise, King Yahuashua, we see Adam work for a whole 6 days, and the other week before his wife, will not be given unto him. The same Yahuashua has been working for his father right from the very day one till this very moment. Now we are already in 6,000 years. When it comes, now Abba Yahuwah is going to give him his wife, him as the second Adam. We see Genesis 2:25 said a man 25 said a man shall leave his father and his mother. In the same way Yahuashua left his father in heaven 2,000 years ago and come to meet with his bride, and now he's about to come to be with his bride eternal. The first one was the betrothal, and that is what is going on in Yahweh. According to Yahweh marriage, the preparation can take place a year or 2 years. But meanwhile, when it's taking place a year or 2 years, you are already engaged with a woman. You have already paid her bed price. And now he will say, "I go to prepare a place for you." Exactly the same idiom Yahuashua also used for us. And say, "I go to prepare a place for you." So it's over there now, preparing place, because sometimes when they are doing this preparation, sometimes can last a year, sometimes can also last two years. A day as 1,000. Yahuashua has already been in heaven preparing a place for you and me for these 2 days. A day as 1,000 years. And he's going to leave his father completely and come and join here with his wife. He has been working just as Adam. That is the payment. And the final payment, Adam blood was being split on the ground. He was killed. And they say Abba Yahuwah also smote in Yahuashua. When you go to Isaiah 53, he said it pleased Abba Yahuwah to smite him or to smote him for you and me, in order for you and me to become his bride. We see Abba Yahuwah put the first Adam to death in order for his wife to come from his side. The same Abba Yahuwah also put the second Adam to death, and then also pierced his side there for his bride also to come. Okay, this is the parallel. Rather, the other place I quote in Genesis should have been Genesis 24. A man shall leave his father and his mother. Is 24. It's now I come to 25. Now, Genesis 2:25, he said they both were naked, the man and his wife, and we are not ashamed. What is that? That is oneness. That is oneness. Utterly oneness. No shame. And Yahuashua also have the same language for you and me. So here I am. It said they both we are naked, we are not ashamed. Okay. Here I am. Hebrew 2:11. For both he that sanctified and they who were sanctified are all of one. Are all of one. For which cause he is not ashamed to call them brethren. So he's not ashamed to address us as his bride or his brother or his sister, just as the first man wasn't ashamed of his bride. We are his bride. He's not ashamed of us at all. When you read Genesis chapter 3 and 4, you're going to see that the man still stick with his wife. Despite all that took place, he never cut her off. He still, he became poor. The first Adam became poor for the sake of what his wife did. They were being chased out of the Garden of Eden to serve it. They left the glory of Abba Yahuwah. In the same way, the second Adam also left the glory, the throne of Abba Yahuwah to suffer with his bride. He didn't cut us off because we have done wickedly yet. Oh, Robo Shandaya Baba. Rekos Klibaba ye. Here I am. 2 Corinthians 8 verses 9. For ye know the grace of our Yahuashua, of our Adonai Yahushua HaMashiach, that though he was rich, yet for your sakes he became poor, that ye through his poverty might be rich. Exactly what the first Adam did. He never cut off his bride because now you become filled, you fornicate, you deal wickedly with the serpent. No, he still cover her. He still go with her. He lost the kingdom of heaven because of what the woman did. He was being chased out. He now began to suffer. He now become poor for the sake of his bride. Exactly what the second Adam also did for us. So this miracle point to Yahushua's super duper wedding marital covenant. He's a husband, he have a penis, okay? He's gonna be, that one is settled already. That is why I said this message is being dedicated unto Yahuashua HaMashiach and his wife, and unto Abba Yahuwah and the Ruach HaKodesh, the eternal overall bridegroom. All right, now here I am, Matthew 26, 28 to 29. For this is my blood of the New Testament, which is shed for many for the remission of sins. But I say unto you, I will not drink henceforth of this fruit of the vine, until that day when I drink it anew with you in my Father's kingdom. And where is that? Revelation 19 have the answer for you and me. Here I am, Revelation 91 to 10. And after these things, I heard a great voice of much people in heaven say, Hallelujah! Salvation and glory and honor and power unto Yahuwah our Elohim, for true and righteousness are his judgment. For he hath judged the great whore, which is the serpent that pollutes marriage, which did corrupt the earth with her fornication. He corrupt the whole earth. Started from Genesis 3, Revelation 12:9 said he deceiveth the whole world. Now the harlot, the prostitute, the serpent and his wickedness is being judged. And hath avenged the blood of his servant at her hand. And again they said, Hallelujah, and her smoke rose up for ever and ever. And the 24 elders and the 4 beasts fell down and worshipped Yahuwah that sits on the throne, saying, Amen, Hallelujah. For Hallelujah. A voice came out of the throne saying, Praise our Yahuwah, all ye his servants, and ye that fear him, both small and great. And I heard, as it were, the voice of great multitude, as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of mighty thunders. saying hallelujah. The fourth one, for Yahuwah our Elohim omnipotent reigneth. Let us be glad and rejoice and give honor to him, for the marriage of the Lamb is come, and his wife hath made herself ready. And to her was granted that she should be enriched in fine linen, clean and white, for the fine linen is the righteousness of the saints. And he saith unto me, right, blessed are they which are called into the marriage supper of the Lamb. And saith unto me, these are the true saints of Yahuwah. Okay, now I stop over there. So this is when he's going to drink it anew. He's going to be having a wife. He's going to be having a father. Luke chapter 2, make it so clear. He have a penis. It was circumcised. Okay. So this is the mystery of bridegroom. So the biggest of the biggest is in next Shabbat. That is the overall, the mystery of Sing reveals the overall eternal bridegroom. It is Abba Yahuwah. Him alone. We prove it already on next week. We're going to prove it more. He have a sperm. He have an earthly son, natural, not spiritual. He got a woman pregnant. How did he do it? If you don't have a penis, if you don't have testes, so where did the sperm come from? He have a son here on earth, not spiritual. So family, this is the mystery of this worker bridegroom fully loaded. His son is going to be having his wedding here on earth. This message is being dedicated unto them. We have read that already in part 1. It's fully loaded. Part 2 is fully loaded. 3 fully loaded. 4 fully loaded. In fact, the fifth article 5 is on the next Shabbat. Shalom family. This is what make my life to be. Hey, and I love what you make me to be. Thank you so much for what you make my life to be. Rabashandayabu. Rabababa yenderekos klima hantalabo. Rabasakarabo rabra lakasunde. Rebre rabayundo ne musantalaba yende. I bless you, Abba Yahuwah. Shalom, family. You hear from me on next Shabbat. And again, that is the second day of the week, the very one you call on Monday. I have a message that of Oba in consummation, okay? And yes, again, that is it for now. Shalom. I bless you, my husband, my Ish, and I am his Isha. Abba Yahuwah. Shalom, family.